pull that one away. Okay. Sorry for that jiggling of the camera. I'm gonna go over here to YouTube and get my comments up on my iPad because it's easier to see, but I never remember how to do that. There I am. Hello, everybody. Welcome, you guys. There I am. Hello, hello. Okay. I have a whole bunch of stuff here that we're going to use. The lighting looks okay. I have some iced tea because it is already hot. So this is probably the last thing I'm going to do here in my office today. So today we are going to use the penguin stamp set, and this has a punch that coordinates with it. And then I'm also going to use this paper here. Let me grab my pack that's already open. I don't know why I grabbed a new pack. I have a pack that is already open. I'm pretty sure I do. That's not it. Here it is. And I'll grab one other thing I want to show you guys that I got today. Okay, so we're going to use the penguin designer paper today. Now you can get this for free when you place a $50 order. This is a celebration item, and it has all of these. It's a 12 by 12 pack of paper. It has all of the penguins. Let me pull some of this out. Great designs, great colors. We're just gonna cut some of these guys out today, but you can use the punch with it. I love the colors. I love the purples that are in it. So pretty, right? So this is the paper we're gonna use. I have a new pack here because I had an order that came in today. And I am just stocking up on this paper because I love it so much. I think it's going to be great. The other thing that came today, I placed a really quick order earlier this week because the designer paper, the Blackberry, I think it's called Blackberry Beauty, came in. This was previously not available to order, so I'm just getting a look at it. And I'm really loving it, you guys. It's really gorgeous. It has this gold foil on it. Can you guys see all of that color? No, I don't want to do that. If anybody is on here already while I'm live, can you just pop in and say hello so I know my chat is working? So this was not available when I pre-ordered paper, and I really wanted to get a look at it. Now, the only thing about this paper is this image right here is creepy. The face of this, dude, what is it? What kind? It's something. I don't even know what kind. Is it? It's a bird of some kind. I want to say it's an owl, but I don't think that that's right. Anyways, it's kind of creepy when you kind of get a look at that face. It's a little creepy. But it's gorgeous. It has the foiling. The color's really pretty. I very briefly looked through it when my order came in. I don't really know about this side. This is the only... What is happening? Am I live? Okay, I think it's okay. So this is the only one that I'm sort of unsure of how to use, but I really like this side, so that's good. It's always nice when if you don't like one side, then you flip it over and the other side is something that you like. I like this one as well. That face is less creepy on there. And then there's this side here. Very pretty, right? And then more gold foiling. So pretty. And then I really love this side. So pretty for fall. And then this one here, this side I'm not as, like, I don't love as much, but this side is gorgeous. And then this one here. And then this side. This side I don't love as much, but this side is really pretty. So I was so happy to get this paper because I hadn't seen it yet. And I really wanted to be able to use it and create with it. So I will totally be doing that in the next couple of days. So today we are going to make a really fun card. We are going to make a wow card. So this is going to be a fun fold card. And I have some colors of cardstock. And then I have some of the patterns that we're going to use. You could pick out any patterns you wanted. I wanted something pretty simple where the penguins were not showing, or like the little animals weren't showing. So I picked this polka dot piece here. And then I picked this piece that has, they could be like sparkles or snowflakes, whatever you kind of wanted them to be. So I picked that. And then, let's see, I think that I covered all the updates. This is celebration paper. This is the cardstock I'm using. We're going to use the penguin stamp set for the greeting. And then we're going to use the winter 3D embossing folder. And this is a small one that can go in the mini, but you can also use this in your big die cutting machine. You don't have to have the mini to use it, but it's nice. It fits in the mini. So if you have that, that's good. And it comes in a 2-pack. So there is another one that comes with this one. I love the snowflakes in this. And it's a pretty thick embossing folder. So remember, when you place an order with me of at least $35, you will always get my favorite card kit. Those are shipping out next week. And then the ordering special for the month you will also get. So it is a fantastic time to get an order placed for Stampin' Up! Because you have celebrations that you are going to be able to get your free items for. I have my ordering special this month is the brushed metallic embellishment. So it's these right here. I finally got a brand new pack of them after I lost the other pack I had. So when you order $50, you will get this from me, plus my favorite card kit. And then you'll be able to pick out a celebration item, which you can get a full pack of this 12 by 12 paper. Okay, so I'm just going to say hello to myself because I'm not, my chat is not showing up for some reason. Here we go. It keeps telling me something about privacy, and that's never popped up before. Okay, so I see the comment for myself, so maybe we'll be okay. So let's get started and make this fun fold card. This one's going to be fun. So the first thing I have, let's go ahead and fussy cut our little guys out. So the designer paper pieces I'm using is the polka dot. And then I am also using this piece. And then I've picked these two guys out to use. So I'm just going to fussy cut this. It's going to take me just a second. But I don't mind. It's not going to be that difficult to do. And I'm leaving a thin edge, so I'm not going right directly up to the image. I got to get it a little bit closer to my face so I can see. And the trick with fussy cutting is to move your papers and not your scissors. That's the trick. That's going to give you really smooth cuts when you just move the paper. I try to open my scissors up really wide and then very gently as I'm cutting, close them and then move that paper instead of your scissors. And these little guys are so cute. I think this paper would have been fun to have dies to go with it. But I don't know, fussy cutting isn't, it's not terribly hard. And I feel like if you're just doing one card, sometimes getting the die cuts out, like getting the dies out and getting the machine out and doing all that, sometimes it is just faster to just fussy cut it. So we're going to do the penguin. And then we're going to do this little, what is he? Polar bear. And you can add Wink Stella to these to make them have a little bit of glitter to them. You could use glossy accents, and we might do that at the very end, add a little bit of shimmer to these. And I'm just going to cut his little hair at the very top of his head. I'm just going to cut that off because I don't want to have to try to worry about cutting it. And I'm not being the most careful that I would normally be because I'm on camera. And I feel like this part's really boring. And since I'm live, I can't just edit it out. I maybe should have cut these out when I was prepping all this. There we go. So we have our two little guys here. Okay. There's my comment showing up. Good morning, Linda. It is still super hot here. When I started out, I said this is probably going to be the last thing I do in my office today because it's too hot to be down here. It's just miserable down here right now. It's supposed to be like 104 today, and this weekend is supposed to be pretty hot. And then I'm hoping that we will start seeing like it'll start cooling down. That's what I'm hoping. But here where we're at in California, I mean, we could see hot weather all the way until October. We could have this kind of weather. Okay, so the first thing that I've done with my card base is I've cut it at 4 1/4. So I had a 8.5 by 11. I cut that at 4 1/4. Then I folded it at 5 1/2. And then I cut off a piece. Now, it doesn't really matter how much you cut off if you're looking for my exact measurement. I cut 1.5 inches off. So I just cut those two card bases. I have another card base, totally fine. And then when I scored it and folded it, I just cut 1.5 inches off. It is awful. It is not, it's not fun, but you know what? We've made it halfway through, so I'm just going to keep plugging along and trying here to get through summer. I think I'll decorate for fall next weekend, and that will help. So the next piece I have is my designer piece, and it's going to fit right in here. So as I normally do, I just took a piece of designer paper and cut it at 1/4 inch off. So it is 4 inches by 5 1/4. And that is going inside our card. This would be like, not normally, it is inside the card. I know that seems a little weird, but I promise you it will make sense in just a moment. Okay, so the next piece that I'm doing is this piece here. So now this piece is 4 inches by 4 1/4. So this is 4 inches by 3 3/4. And we're not going to pop that up because we have more layers to add. So you're just going to want to make sure you line this piece up like so. Okay. So now we're going to bring over, this is gorgeous grape cardstock. Let me get I almost said, let me get my planner out, but what I meant was, let me get my trimmer out. This is 3 3/4. Okay. And then it is 10 inches long. And then we folded that at half. So it folds at 5. Okay. So 3 3/4 this way, 10 inches this way, and then scored at 5 inches. Okay, so we want a really tight score on this one. And this piece is going to go inside the card, like so. And then this is going to close, and then this is going to close. Okay, so let's glue this part down. We're going to make it flat. I should have used liquid glue so that I had a minute to move it around. So we are going to put this right in the middle, like so. And then once I get it to this place, what I like to do is just give it a good score. Give everything a nice score. Make sure everything is nice and flat. So you'll really step up your card making and making sure those lines are nice and clean when you make sure that you're giving your items a really good score and just taking your time when you're lining those things up. Okay, so now this is the card, right? You'll write your message in here. You can even add white cardstock in here if you want. Now the next piece I have is this. And I want to say this is like 3 by 4. Looks pretty close to 3 by 4. 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. Yep, 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. And then I've embossed those snowflakes. And now what I'm going to do is take some white ink and a white sponge dauber, or a sponge dauber, and then this is for my white. I actually just keep it with my white ink pad. And I'm very gently gonna make these snowflakes pop. So I'm doing the ink, I'm concentrating the ink on the snowflakes first. So they almost look like they're glowing. So see how there's just like these kind of little circles around the snowflakes? Do you see that? You could totally leave it like that. But now once I've concentrated the ink on that, I'm going to then go in and add white to the rest of it. And it'll pick up those dots and kind of blend that out. But it'll still allow those snowflakes to look like they're glowing. Okay, and then I'm going to wipe up that white ink. Like so. And then let's prep the stamp we're going to use. So I am going to use, you could use happy birthday, but I'm going to use season greetings. And we just need a little tiny block for this. And I think I will use gorgeous grape as my ink color. Okay, I feel like that's still too wet for me to put my card down, so let's just work on top of my stamp set. Okay, so now we can add this piece to there, and then you can really see how it pops with when that is next to that darker ink. And again, we're not going to pop this up because I want to pop up my little characters. And so I'm going to use a little bit more adhesive because this is an embossed piece. And when you have something that is embossed, it will tend to pull up or not stick as well. So I always use a little bit more adhesive. And then press that down. that ink is still wet, so I'm just using that block to, and now that's dry. Press down without getting any ink on my fingers. Okay, so now we have our two little images here. And what I want to do is I'm going to place them on here. I want that snowflake to show. So depending on where your snowflakes are will depend on where you put your little guys. So we're going to take a stitched circle. It is a small one, and we're going to stamp Season's Greetings. Just like that. Not a lot of stamping today. Let's let that dry, and then of course we will add our foam. I'll use dimensionals on the penguin and then a little piece of foam on our polar bear. So I'll cut that, put a little piece on his head, and then I'll use this other little piece on the penguin's head, but we'll add dimensionals to him, like so. So let's peel all of these off, and then we're gonna place these guys kind of at the same time. We're really gonna take them to our card at the same time. So I want this guy like here, and then this guy like here. Oops. So let's see. Yeah. So we'll put him there. We'll put him there. And then for our, where'd our circle go? Right here. Let's add dimensionals to our circle. So everything on the front of the card is popped up. That's why I didn't pop any of the other layers up. I really wanted to have everything on the front popped up. And again, kind of wherever, I probably should have placed this a little bit over, but I really wanted that snowflake to show, and I guess it's fine if we cover up his little foot. I guess that's not going to be a problem. So we'll put Season Greetings right there. And then I have, where did they go? Oh, right here. I have a few sequins. These are beautiful sequins. And these are like the last bit that I have of this color. And I'm kind of sad because this is the last of my mix of this. So we're going to put, of course, a couple. I'm not sure how many I have. These are just so gorgeous. And I don't think I can get this particular mix anymore. Grab the glue, but I'm going to move that sequence over. And that glue will dry clear, so you don't have to worry. And they're so beautiful. They're just going to pick up the colors. I mean, really, this sequence pack, whatever it was, I think I remember where I got it, and I don't think they do sequence anymore. Could not match this perfect, more perfect than this. And then one more here, and that is going to be perfect. That's exactly how I like my sequence to look. Okay, and then one more over here. And then look at how beautiful this is. And I have a little bit of Wink of Stella on the penguin where the black part is, and then on the polar bear on his tummy. And then let's use some glossy accents. We're really gonna wow this card out. And then I'm gonna grab something I haven't grabbed in a really long time. Some of you guys may be surprised when you see this. I'm going to grab my stickles. This is my orange stickles. And we're going to add a little bit of orange to his feet and his nose. And then let's add a little bit of, I mean, we really want this card to be like, we want it to wow the person you give it to. You really want them to just see all that detail. Some of these I haven't used in so long, they're clogged up. I mean, I think really Kayla uses the stickles more than I have recently. So we'll, and that is such a fun way to really just take that designer paper. You didn't stamp any of it. I mean, you could stamp the, you could totally stamp the situation and it could, you know, be fun. But also just taking the designer paper and doing a couple of these details is really going to make it pop. So this is just clogged too a little bit, I think. Or maybe a lot. Goodness. I'm getting nervous it's all going to come squirting out. Here it's starting to come. Oh, but I can tell it's still clogged. Okay. Yeah, that's better. So let's do the penguin's hat. I don't know if any of you guys remember the cartoon back in the day, Woody Woodpecker, the old one, where they had Chilly Willy. So Violet really likes old cartoons. She likes Bugs Bunny and like she likes the cartoons that Esau and I liked when we were kids. She's not into all this new stuff. And she loves Woody Woodpecker, which I loved Woody Woodpecker when I was little. And so every time I see this penguin, I just want to call him Chilly Willy. So we'll add that there. So just a few things that will really elevate that card. Some stickles and glossy accents. Stuff I definitely still have hanging around. I just don't always use. So how pretty is that? And it looks like those snowflakes are glowing from behind. And then when you open it up, I want to be real careful since it has glitter on it. That is your card. So super simple. You could do this with a fall card, with fall leaves. You could do pumpkins like this. There's lots of things that you could do with this style card, and it's so simple. Just a regular card base, and then this little flap, and then that makes your wow card. So I hope you guys enjoyed this card. I will have a blog post that I will get up later today that will have photos of the project and the measurements. You can click the coordinating blog post link once I put that up there. And then I will also link all of the supplies in the description box below after this evening when I get everything uploaded. So I hope you guys enjoyed this card. That's going to be it for me today. I am hoping to be crafting in here this weekend, depending on the heat, and working on some fun stuff. And then I'll be back next week. I'll be back on Facebook on Monday at 11 a.m. And I hope that you will catch me there. And otherwise, I hope that you guys have a really good weekend. I am going to try to remove my camera very gently. This is the only thing that's hard with YouTube Lives is I don't have access to my camera. So I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will chat with you guys later.